Alright, the Final Fantasy XIV storyline continues. We have Hope upon a flower, given to us by Rean. We haven't seen her in a while. We are, of course, in the Crystarium on the first, not the source, the first. And here we go. You're heading to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. We will go north to get to the closest Ethernet shard. And then go to the teleport to the Dosal gate. Dosal. And then east. Up the stairs to talk to the Crystarium gatekeep. Here we go. Ah, Mistress Mercy, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the Occular. Yeah. Usually I don't read what he says because it's always the same, but since I just came back after hiatus, figured there'd be something different going on. And there was, a little bit. The room looks the same. We have a little flashback kind of memories of when we would walk in and see the Scions, and who we did not know at the time was Grahatia. Hey, am I in my Sage? Okay, I probably should. Oh, I'll switch to Red Mage before I turn it in, but I forgot that I did dungeon healing. It's too quiet in here. We approach a big blue orb. We have our aura sight, I believe. Some display like
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
holographic like computer display panels popped up. This is the console talking to us. Even though you can't see my face, I'm
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity.
and we wait. Stacks of books around this smaller circular room.
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
It looks like
my home. My friends. No more than a dream.
a smaller version of the tall beings that talk like that, wearing white robes, looking down. Can't really see the face too well from this angle, distance, but yeah, hologram. Sounds a lot different than the Elidibus we knew.
You. Why have you awakened me?
Red half mask, blank face underneath it otherwise.
I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Take a couple steps toward him. Explain. Keep explaining. And so on.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
My options are thank you or I'm sorry. ... Why even give me the option? It doesn't matter. Thank you. Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own.
Just take a note. We enter the Occular. I think I spelled that wrong. I think it might be just one C, but I'm not sure. We enter the Occular and gain access to Elidibus via a computer console and hologram. Sure, why not? Close enough to what's really going
The
on.
decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel.
Such a dumb name. And only because there was that damn Daniel meme that went around for a while. That's probably the biggest reason why I hate that. I don't hate it. It's a dumb name though.
Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago.
Here and now.
Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate.
I ask a question or explain something?
Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me.
That's the type of flower, right?
Yet I know it not as a flower,
Ah.
but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world.
I feel like this should be a tad bit louder. Hold on. We'll go to 0.6. Now, I like the game to be able to be heard over me most of the time.
Many worked there. And before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief.
And my mic is turned all the way up, but like I've noticed that talking at if I rewatch my videos or just watch a little bit of them to gain some insight into the audio and how it's working, like this is my normal speaking volume, and it's overpowered by the game, but I like that. But it's surprising how overpowered it is when I have the headset mic turned up as far as it goes, and I have the Final Fantasy XIV volume only turned up to about 60% as high as it can go. So strange, you know?
He was Hermes.
Hermes? Any relation to the Greek god? You can't see my face. I don't know if they're shock or...
That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
He looks like he's in pain.
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart.
I cock my head. Like, huh?
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Oh. I thought there was
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories,
some timey-wimey.
not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower,
Convenient.
which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
Also convenient.
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
Once again, convenient.
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Or the past.
Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
I think for a second or two. And nod.
Very well.
That's what I gotta do.
I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
I walk back to the floating hologram displays. Do some stuff with some things. He kind of gets a little fuzzy and is gone. Cutscene fades to black. And we're back.
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Occular.
Sorry, just to make sure. I have some D&D theoretically happening.
Calm your brain down.
Oh, shoot.
Easier said than
Sorry.
done, I know.
Freaking Hulu does that when you hover over the tab. It's stupid. I've probably mentioned that several times in my videos in the past. We walk back into the big circular room that has that portal that we have stepped through before, both
All
directions.
appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded.
Please don't kill me, thanks, bye.
The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
We take a moment, and we slowly walk.
Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you.
Into the portal.
Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude.
Okay, now we walk into the portal.
It falls to you now.
Very slowly.
You and your champion. to save our star.
Got to cover up the frequent chat. Oh, hold on. We are floating through space, flying maybe even. It's almost as if there's like white space dust also, like blue space dust and little like trails of crystalline dust of multiple colors everywhere. Almost like a firework display in some ways, but just lines of this space dust, and we are approaching this big glowing white light kind of pulsating ball, and then the screen goes white as we shield our face from the light when we're looking at an aetheryte. Similar to what we have pretty much always known them to look like. And I am cloudy. I'm kind of ghost-like. I'm not corporeal. In fact, I believe I can be walked through, but the tall people are here with their robes down. You can see hair. They look like very tall humans. Or they're normal sized and I am shrunk in my ghostness. I don't know. Although everything seems really big, but that could just be because they're tall. Yeah, I have no idea. We'll go talk to this guide-like man, as the title above his head would say. The man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. I think I'm talking to him, yeah. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. Also, my voice is intangible. Not that you can touch voice anyway, but... Conversing woman, this is the right place, yes? Propylaion? Propylaion? Judging by the woman's words, this city is called Propylaion. I'm trying to get her attention. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. Should I interact with the device, or is that going to send me back? Oh. I'm not going to do that yet. Well, it might be part of what I'm supposed to explore, so let's actually do that. Let's attune. See what happens. Despite attempting to channel... yeah, couldn't do it. But that's part of the exploration I was supposed to do, so... 3 out of 4 is done. And black-robed man. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half-mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amorat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Try to get his attention. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. I fought in your general direction. Is there like Terrence and Philip remake of Romeo and Juliet where like I bite my thumb at you, but no, it's I fart in your general direction? I did bite my thumb, sir, but not at you. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Interacting. Cutscene again. Have to wait for somebody else to open it. We'll see. Holding my ghostly hand out to it. 2 more robed...
And here we are, Elpis.
Robed beings just like teleported in, as you know, aetheryte kind of tends to... Wait, hold on, I thought I removed it.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Can somebody please pronounce the name of this place so that I can know how to pronounce it better?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
I would have thought that that was a female body until they spoke. But it says familiar stranger, so this could be Elidibus?
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary?
That's Fandaniel.
Surely you can tell who we are.
I think.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
My turn, finally. It looks like it could be Heidelin and Fandaniel, but Fandaniel, who I think is Fandaniel, seems to look right through me.
Satisfied?
And the woman spoke with a man's voice, though. I thought it'd be Heidelin, but it sounds more
I
like...
thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
But I don't think Heidelin was actually ever one of these people.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
Why do you look like a woman and are talking like a man? I don't get it. What am I missing?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd.
And then the one that's talking right now.
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
This person has taken a knee and is looking directly at me. And talking about
Do you
me,
suppose she created it?
I believe.
Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
I am trying to talk to them.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
He turns to me, who I think is possibly Fandaniel.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
He says to me. Sorry, when I say the person, the screen goes black for a second. 2, 3. Oh, we're back to. Hold on. Oh, okay. Back into a cutscene, although it was.
You may open your eyes.
Okay, so when I say the other person who has a manly voice looks like a woman, I mean it. In every way. More feminine face, long, single braid, like single thick braid hair, kind of purplish, like light purplish in color. I don't know if they're intended. Oh, I am more corporeal, possibly entirely so at this point. Oh, I should have switched to red mage, but whatever. And I'm taller. Not their height, but closer.
Oh, You even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Elidibus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Elidibus. Do I recognize that name? I'm not very good at recognizing stuff I should, but...
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk
Oh,
of the
Emmett
Convocation
Selk.
of 14.
Oh.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Not Fan Daniel. Emmett Selk. Okay. Emmett Selk was a very fun character in this game, in the past story.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
It makes more sense for him to be Emmett Selk because he was far less crazy and just playful and weird. So, makes sense.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes, or I want to learn about Elpis. I want to learn about Elpis.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices.
Wait.
Wouldn't you agree?
Is Hythlodaeus the... Oh, I think that's the nice Amarat, like tall Amarat guy that we first, like, that was just, like, helpful to us the entire time. I think that's Hythlodaeus. Why they have made him look like a look like a woman and sound like a man is beyond me. I don't know what's going on here. Is that an Adam's apple? Is this supposed to be trans? I don't know.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
There's an Adam's apple, so yeah, I think it's supposed to be trans. Okay. That's fine. Just couldn't figure out the dichotomy.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
I could still be wrong. Beautiful. I might use this as, I'm going to use this as the cover for this video, but floating circular islands, awesome stonework pathways, beautiful grass, thick trees, bushes. Those dogs.
This presence.
Is that Hydaelyn? But like that, you know, the long white-haired dog that glowed kind of golden. There's one of them here, and I think Hydaelyn is the one. Well, I don't know if it's Hydaelyn yet, but little mudkip looking fish thing in the pond.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Some little blue-haired girl says. Hermes in a black robe stands. He was playing or admiring the fish or feeding the fish. Mudkip? Actually don't know how Mudkip sounds. It's been a long time since I've seen an episode of Pokemon with him in it.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
But yeah, cool. Floating circular platforms with more parks and buildings. Well-constructed, gorgeous buildings. And I need to not forget to switch to Red Modge. Turn this into Hythlodaeus. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Hope upon a flower is complete. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, there's nothing. This video is complete. I will make another one shortly. Hope you enjoyed.